Now, in our previous video, we built out some appraisals and we used a pre-built template that came with Techlify HR. However, what if we wanted to have a template that is specifically for our organization? Now, firstly, if you go to appraisal templates, here's where you'll see a list of all templates within your system, the number of fields on the template, the number of appraisals that would have been created using this template, and you're able to search and filter templates. Now let's go ahead and build out a template for our organization. And what we'll do is that, let's call this Training Inc. 360-degree feedback template. Right, and a template for employees of Training Inc. Let's remove that hyphen there. Yeah, there we go. And this is help text that is shown on the template. So use this template to appraise Training Inc.'s team members. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. Now, once we save our template, we're taken to a template builder page. So here you'll see the title and the description of the template, and below here you'll have a preview of your appraisal. The other thing you'll notice is that, hey, we have a full question bank here. And what is a question bank? The question bank is a list of all the questions that are within the system already that you can use for your appraisal template. So once a template is created once, you don't need to duplicate the questions within multiple templates. You can reuse questions across template. And the other thing is that within the template, we're able to specify what sections we have and where these sections should go and how they are organized. So remember when we were appraising Jimmy in the previous video, if we go to add an appraisal for Jimmy here, right? Yeah, you'll see the questions are organized within sections. So let's go ahead and build out our appraisal template by copying, really as a starting point, the pre-built 360-degree format within Techlify HR. So if I go to this template here and I edit the 360-degree template, I'll see all the questions. So we have proactive, productive, responsible, efficient, result-oriented. So I'm going to first build out the sections. So I'll add a section, proactive, another section, productive, and then we have responsible, efficient, results-oriented. Results-oriented. I think there's one last section for final comments. Yep, there we go. Now, since we're reusing the exact questions from this template as a starting point, I can just go and reuse the questions directly from the question bank here. So takes initiative, contribute to improvement, and examples and comments. So let's search for initiative. There we go. I can say I'm going to add this to proactive. Now, something you'll also notice is that the question just disappeared from the question bank. And why that happens is that Techlify HR automatically detects which questions you have within your template and they don't show up back in the question bank, so thereby preventing you from duplicating the template. And let's look at improvement and proactive. So let's say proactive. All right, examples and comments. Again, proactive and improvement. Improvement of processes. There we go. Yeah, that's the one. And move this to proactive. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that we mistakenly added this question second instead of third as it should have been. Again, within your template builder, you'll see these up, down, trash and edit icon, and this really allows you to organize your questions and your section. So if I wanted to move this question down, I can just press the down button, or if I wanted to move this up, I can press the up button, and there you see our organization of questions got adjusted. Similarly, if you wanted to move a section, an entire section up or down, you can. So let's move proactive down. So you see productive is now above proactive, and if we wanted to move proactive back up, there you go. And that's how you can organize and basically move your questions up and down, organize your sections to get things streamlined. So let's go ahead and quickly build out this template. Time effectively, and then prioritize. So time effectively. Okay, that's part of our productive. Okay, and then prioritize their tasks. Good. Once again, part of productive, and then we can search for productive. Yep. And I'll save those. Right, so this is coming together nicely, and what I'll do is I'll skip the remainder of the video to the point where I've pre-built out my template, but you can go ahead and take time and build out your template. All right, so there you go. You now see we have a template built out that basically mimics the original 360-degree feedback form in Techlify HR. Now we do want to make some adjustments. Right, we're going to add another section called excellence, and this section goes after productive. So we need to move this section up, 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 up. Okay, there we go. And then our template has a couple of new questions. So within responsible, we have another question. So let's go ahead and add this responsible. I can add that question. So if we wanted to add a question again that's outside of the question bank, directly within the section that we need to, you just go ahead and add the question. You'll select the question type. So of course this is a rating scale. So we added that question for responsible, and of course let's move it up because we want it above the final comments. In our excellence section, we want to add one question. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then last but not least, in our efficient section, we have a final question that we need to add. And once okay, this seems to be too large, so I will go ahead and add this to the help text. Learn new. Right, so we need to. All right, so in our efficient section, we need to add a new question. And finally, in our efficient section, we need to add a new question. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And I will shift this up as well. So now at the end here, we have the template that we want. And this is how you would go about building a new appraisal template.